Hey all, my name is Dr. Paul Borosky, owner of Quality Business Plan. And what I'd like to do today is to share with y'all what's included in my starter restaurant business plan that I deliver in the next business day. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it and zip right through it. All right, let's go ahead and get into the start of the show, which is my restaurant starter business plan. And so once I complete the restaurant starter business plan, and it takes me about one business day to complete it, it's really short and sweet to the point. It's got all the critical components that you need in a business plan, and it is all lean. There is no fat in here. It's, like I said, straight to the point. Cover page is going to be the name of the restaurant. It's going to be right up top. I include a generic logo. I'll give you a Word document. You can change the logo out of it if you like. Underneath that is going to say business plan. And then the next section is going to be the table of contents. My starter business plan is about 14 pages. And then the executive summary is pretty much going to tell the story succinctly of your restaurant. It's going to tell the name of the restaurant, the location, some of the popular menu items, hours of operation. Target market is going to be usually a square mile radius of residents. We're going to focus on that. Financial highlights will include your approximate revenues for the first year, expenses, as well as net profits for the first year. And then to wrap up this section is going to be the funding request. How much money do you need to get this party started, the term, and the range of interest rates you expect. The next section is going to be the company description. Again, the company description is going to be 3 to 4 sentences. It's really short and to the point. Name of the company, where you're going to be at, popular menu items, hours of operations, and we move on to the next. Menu items, we're not going to go into a in-depth, broad overview of the menu. We're going to touch on the highlights of the menu. Here is just a brief menu that I just created. And the next section could be competitive advantages. What are a couple of things that you're going to do better than your competitors? We'll put that information in here. Next section is going to touch on the primary target market, hours of operation, and then finally I'll wrap up this section with the location. We'll describe the square footage of the location, how many square foot, and then how it's going to be broken up into the front and the back of house operation segments. Industry analysis is going to be pretty straightforward. I'll use ChatGPT. I'll plug in restaurant and the location that you're going to be at, and I'll take a look at what it comes with. It's pretty straightforward. Organizational structure is real simple. Ownership, what's the name of the company, where it's located, is it an LLC, is it going to be a corporation, whatever it's going to be, I'll go ahead and put that in there. And then finally, we'll wrap up that section with the name of the owner. Organizational chart, I'll go ahead and make an organizational chart with you based on the information provided. The next section is going to be the marketing section. Typically, a restaurant, they're going to market pretty much the same ways. It's going to be traditional marketing, networking, internet marketing, social media. So we'll touch on 3 or 4 different marketing sections or marketing channels. I'll put that information in there for you. And then finally, actually not finally, but the next segment is going to be the funding request. The funding request is, again, straightforward. It's going to talk about how much money do you need to get this party started, the term of the loan if you're going to take on debt, and then finally the interest rates that you expect for the debt. And the final section is going to be your pro forma financial projections. I include the profit and loss for 1 year as well as the income statement for the next 5 years. Yeah, so that is my starter restaurant plan, short, simple, and to the point. If y'all are interested in having me write one up for you, feel free to reach out and give me a call. I'd love to help. Thank you.